friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin. For those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again. Today we are doing 3 looks with the new Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette, and after I do all 3 looks, I will have used every shade in the palette because I also use the palette once off camera. So I will have used it a total of 4 different times, and I feel like I'll be able to give a good overall review. So if that's something you're interested in, then please go ahead and keep on watching. So I'm going to do 1 look on each eye. We're going to start with our my Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. Oh my god, I'm holding too many things. So as you can see, I'm filming this a few days later. I spent some time this weekend actually finishing unpacking this room and kind of cleaning up the shoe situation I had and moving it into the closet here so it's out of the way. So hopefully my background looks a little bit nicer. I still need to figure out overall like what I want to do with it, but it's an improvement, you know? Now what I also should have done is figure out what I want to do with each of these looks, because to be totally honest, I haven't thought about it at all. It's been a crazy week at work and just having some of Tyler's family over for dinner, so that kept us busy on Monday night. And then last night I've just been working later, and so then I made dinner and I just wanted to relax after that. So anyways, I know everybody's posted this video and I feel like by this point it's probably old news by the time I get this video up, but I spent too much money on this palette to not let it to not show it off. Also, I'm devastated. This is already scratched and the front of the palette's damaged, and I've had it not even a week. Okay, so I did a look with all of the blue shades, and then that the last look you're gonna see, because I'm gonna put it as the last look, was what shades did I use? Oh, the pink and purple shades. So maybe an orange shade? Oh yeah, it was pink, purple, and orange. Okay, so it's like a sunset eye. Okay, so the only shades I haven't used yet are Firework, Cannon, Aerialist. So I think what might be kind of fun, let's try it. Let's do a 2 shadow look. I haven't done one of those. If you've been a long time follower on my Instagram, you'll know that I used to do 2 shadow Tuesdays all the time. And so I always did a look that was only 2 shadows from a palette. And it was meant to be just a quick, easy, look what you can do type of thing. You know, really quick and fast and still have a fun eyeshadow look. So I think maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe, I don't know. So I'm starting with Firework. On this is a Alter Ego number 2 brush. I'm just blending that on the outside corner and into the crease. I just love Natasha Denona's formula. I feel like her matte shadows blend out so nicely, and they just, I don't know how to explain it. I just really like how they perform. I don't know if I would say that they're necessarily worth the money, because I know they're very expensive palettes, but I mean, obviously I pay for them. I always use a gift card when I get them though. I don't think I could pay full 129 of my own dollars, but if I have a gift card, you know, I'm willing to split some of that cost with a gift card. I had another idea just now. I don't think I'm gonna have this be a 2 shadow look because I feel like that's gonna be kind of boring. So we're gonna take this Morphe M167. I sprayed MAC Fix Plus on it, and I'm going into the shade Cannon. I mean, this is actually a really pretty look if you did just want to use 2 shadows and call it a day. Like that shimmery shade Cannon. It's a nice orange shimmer. I'm just blending that into my crease a little bit. I don't know. Just letting it be a little bit messy and fun. I mean, that looks nice. So my idea was that I would do the pink Razzle Dazzle as like a liner, but now I don't really want to. I just think that looks nice on its own. Acrobat is the cream liner that is like a blue. That would be a nice like contrasting color situation. I also have this KVD pomade. We could just go full freaking Ronald McDonald up in this bitch. I don't know what I want to do. You know what? I think we're going to do Acrobat because I feel like I actually really enjoy using her cream to matte shadows as liners as well. I think they work really nice for that purpose. So I'm just taking an angled brush in the shade Acrobat. That's that like deep teal cream to matte formula shade. Now, if I wanted this to be more opaque, like the teal, the shade Acrobat, to be more true to its color in the pan, I probably could have done like an eyeshadow base or something, like concealer, to cut out and provide like a blank canvas for the shade to go on. But since I'm putting it on top of this orange shade, it's kind of making this more of like a green than like a true teal. I mean, I think that's a pretty look. It's kind of a boring one, but it's at least an easy one. So if you were trying to get out the door, I feel like everybody else has done like really creative looks, and the last look that you're gonna see is more of my creative one. The other look I wanted to do is I really wanted to take Fun to Mime and kind of like very early 2000s light blue wash all over the lid. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will in a second. Okay, so I'm gonna take Fun to Mime. This is the other cream to matte in the palette. I'm taking this as a Sosu X Kaylee SK02 brush. And we're just going to first kind of pat that on the lid. Okay, so now that I've got that patted all over the lid, I'm just gonna kind of start to blend this into the crease. And with these creamy shades, when you pat them on, I feel like they're very pigmented. I also wish Natasha had done the other pastel, that like really light pink cotton candy in this formula, because I think this is I think it's really conducive to like a pastel eyeshadow to have it be in this formula. They tend to be, at least with these ones in this palette, they tend to be more pigmented, which I enjoy. Is it wrong that that's all I want to do? I haven't used Acrobat, so I think we'll put Acrobat probably on the inner corner, because that's the only shade I haven't used at this point. Not in this video. It was quite a bit of fallout from Fun to Mime, but that's okay. What we are going to do is, I mean, did you guys see how easy that is though? Like, that was it. I did a look with all the blue shades, but I didn't film it. And so there are shades that I don't show myself using on camera, but anyways, I think this is running low. Since my eyeliner is essentially running out, I don't think I'm gonna force a bigger wing on this look. We're just gonna clean up the bottom. I basically did. I obviously was not in as creative of a mood, because I basically did the same look with different colors on each eye. This one just has like shimmer and this one doesn't. So that's a little bit lazy of me. So I'm gonna do my face and then I'll come back to discuss the lower lash line inner corner. Okay, so I didn't use the palette on my lower lash line. I just took the ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Swerve. I put that in my waterline and then underneath on my lower lash line, and then I smoked it out with a brush that I don't know which brush I used. And then on this side, all I did was put the Raw Beauty Christian ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Spare Time in my waterline. It kind of actually, because this went more green, it matches for the most part. One thing that I am gonna do is just touch up where we have this shade Acrobat as our winged liner. On this eye, there's just some spots that are, it's not quite a smooth opaque, you know, application, I should say. Okay, so on this eye, I don't know what I want to do. On this eye, I think what we're going to do is take the shade Grin, which is this like antique gold color. I'm going to use my Sigma inner corner brush, the E46. I'm not going to put any Fix Plus on it because I don't think it needs it. Yeah, I just think this is such a pretty inner corner shade. Like it has, I don't know, at least on my skin tone, it's just a very light, like it still draws your attention to the inner corner, but it's not super crazy. Okay, on this eye, I'm going to take that same brush, but we're going to go in with the shade Acrobat, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do something more fun with this Acrobat shade. Oh, that is, I mean, that is an icy lavender. Wow. Ooh, okay. Taking this up a little bit higher just to make this a bit more of an interesting look for you guys. I don't know. So it kind of goes up into the inner corner a bit more. I still want to keep these like really early 2000s, like light colored eyeshadow all over the lid and then like just thick heavy eyeliner. Okay, oh, on this side we need to do the lower lash line. I think I'm actually just going to take that same Alter Ego #2 brush and the shade Firework, and I'm just going to run this along the lower lash line very gently. I don't need it to be as pigmented as it is up top. Just kind of want to blend it all together. So what I'm going to do is go put on lashes and then I will be right back. These are the 2 finished looks. What do you guys think? Well, to the first 2 finished looks. We're gonna move on into look number 3 right now, actually. Since I'm doing this look on both eyes, I want to make it look a little bit. I think we're gonna use the pinks, the oranges, and then that like antique gold. So what we're gonna start with is the shade Joker. We're gonna start with the shade Joker, which is like a bubblegum pink. Let's see. I think I'm gonna use this BH Cosmetics, don't know what number brush. It's from the Crystal Zodiac collection. Mine is a little bit like the label and everything has been scratched off. Okay, so we're gonna go into Joker. And I've already primed my eyes with the Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. Okay. Should probably have used a smaller brush. Well, so I'm just blending that shade Joker into the crease, focusing the pigment to the outside first and then kind of blending it into the inner corner. I do kind of want to wing this out a little bit, so I'm gonna just take this in a more winged out shape. Okay, and then what I think will be nice, I want to take that pale pink, like the shade is called Cotton Candy, and I'm going to take, this is like a unicorn, can you stop? Hey, stop it. It's just like a fluffy brush I got off of Amazon. I'm going to take the shade Cotton Candy, that very like pastel pink shade, and I'm just going to run that along the edges of where we put Joker. Just to assist with the blend a little bit. There we go, looks nice. Okay, so obviously I took the pink higher in the crease over here. So we're going to just match on this eye. And then I'm going to take Cotton Candy again to blend that out. Okay. I think that's pretty even. So then what I want to do is, I think I'm going to take the purple shade Magic, and we're going to deepen out the outer corner. I'm going to use, this is a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush. It's just like a little like pencil brush. We're going to take the shade Magic. Okay. And then I'm going to go back in with Joker, just right over where I put that shade, what was that? Magic down, that purple. And we're going to take this brush with no pigment on it, and we're just going to use it to blend everything together. I'm going to take this same brush that I had Magic on earlier, and I'm not adding any more of the color on, and I'm just taking whatever's left on the brush to kind of add more up here. We're going to take Joker one more time, just over the outside edge. I'm taking that same unicorn brush. And I'm not mad that like the crease, I'm focusing more on making the crease look nice. The lid can be a bit messy because I'm going to cut my crease anyway. So we're going to cover that up with some concealer, or actually eyeshadow primer. Okay, so I'm going to take my Natasha Denona eyeshadow base, and we're just going to tap that on my eye. And then I have my Sigma cut crease brush. It is the E62 brush. And I'm just going to cut this crease, looking up to help define kind of my natural crease. So see, when my eyes shut, that's where my crease is. And so I want to take this a little bit higher than my natural crease, so you can see it even when my eye is open. All right, crease is cut. So now what I want to do is, I think what I'm going to do is go spiral, razzle dazzle, act is what we're going to do on the lid. So first things first, what brush? Okay, so this is another BH Cosmetics brush from the Crystal Zodiac collection where the name and number rubbed off. So I sprayed that with some MAC Fix Plus. It's just a flat brush, and I'm going in with the shade Spiral. I'm just focusing this like right where I cut the crease. I'm not taking it all the way down or anything. Then I'm going to spray the back side of that same brush, and we're going in with Razzle Dazzle, which is that really pretty pink. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, that color is so pretty. And then I'm going back in with Spiral to just kind of marry those shimmers together. And okay, and then we need to take Act on the outside corner. This is a ColourPop. I think it's like a free brush I got from ColourPop. It's just, again, another flat brush. And I'm going to take, I sprayed it with MAC Fix Plus. I'm going to take Act on the outside corner, and I'm kind of creating like a winged shape with the shimmer as well. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with that same brush where I had Razzle Dazzle. We're going to use that to blend these shades into Act so that it's more of a gradient, less like harsh lines. Okay, and then what I want to do is take that brush we used earlier with Magic and just kind of go over this little outside V that we just did. Okay, and then we're going to take that BH Cosmetics brush that we had previously used Joker on, and we're just blending out the edges a little bit. Yeah, I like how that looks, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that on the other eye. Okay, so I went ahead and did everything else off camera except for the lower lash line. So let's do that. I think what I would like to do is, I don't want to smoke it out too much. So I'm just going to take an angled brush and the shade Magic, which is that purple shade again. And we're just going to, oop, that was more pigment than I meant to put down. And I dropped off in the middle of my thought. I'm just going to line, because I already lined my waterline with like a purple eyeliner, so I am just putting this purple there. And I'm taking, this is a Morphe M124 brush and the shade Joker, which is that, again, bubblegum pink shade, and we're just gonna smoke out where we put Magic, just to marry the top and bottom together. Now what we're gonna do is the inner corner. I have, this is the Sigma inner corner brush. This is the E46. I'm going to take the shade Grin, which is that like antique goldy yellow shade. I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner. Okay, and that is everything. So I'm just gonna spray my face. Okay, so this is the last look. What do you think? Okay, so I have thoroughly confused myself in how I filmed this video. Editing it is going to be a true joy because I filmed it in the weirdest order, and then putting this part in to kind of give my overall thoughts on the palette when I just finished look 3 and then jumping back to the outro where I'm wearing look 3. It's not the best as far as like continuity goes, but whatever, it's what I did. So let's talk about this bad boy. So I have now used every shade in this palette. I've created 4 different eye looks. Now, are these 2 eye looks that I did today the most creative eye looks I've ever done? No, they're not. But are they beautiful? Yes, they are. And also, did you guys notice how easy they were to create? Like blending, minimal. Thought, minimal. My favorite shades, I think, yeah, my favorite shades from this palette are going to be Fun to Mime, Razzle Dazzle, Cannon, Aerialist, Snow Cone. I think those are the top however many I just listed. I also love Acrobat. Okay, let's add Acrobat. Okay, so Razzle Dazzle, Acrobat, Snow Cone, Cannon, Aerialist, and Fun to Mime. 6. Okay, so those are my top 6 shades in this palette. All of the shades I thought performed pretty well. Magic was probably the hardest matte to blend, but it's a deep purple, so I'm not mad at that. Cotton Candy on my skin tone, which is pretty fair, it barely shows up. I mainly used it just to blend out Joker, and it worked fine for that, but I don't think I got like I couldn't tell that this was on the eye that I had like a light pink shade and then a darker pink. Like it truly just was a softening of Joker, if that makes sense. Overall, really happy with this palette. I really love, like I said earlier, I really love the Natasha Denona formula. I do like the packaging, except for the fact that mine already got scratched up. This palette, for those of you that don't know, retails for $129 US, which is outrageous for an eyeshadow palette. It really is. I love this palette. I really do. It's one, I feel like every palette I've purchased this year I've just loved. That's not true. That Alien Cosmetics palette I did not like. But for the most part, I'm being more selective with my palette purchases, and so I'm loving all of them. Whereas last year I feel like I was like on a lot of them. But anyways, I feel like this is a unique color story to my collection, and I'm not a person that is going to pull different palettes together to create a color story. I'm not going to use like singles to build my own palette. I don't do any of that. If that's something you do, you probably have these shades within other palettes that you could like put together to create this color story or recreate looks. I don't feel like the shades themselves are unique, but I mean, there's only so many colors, so I don't think any shade in any eyeshadow palette is unique. I feel the way she's put them together is unique, and like Grin has this like unique, like dirty gold to it without being too dark. Like it stays light. I don't know how to explain it. I also think Natasha's, like I said earlier, I think Natasha's mattes blend so easily. I highly recommend them, especially her cream to matte formula is probably one of, it's might be my favorite. I don't know. I can't decide. It's really good from her. Other brands I have tried that have tried to dupe it they just don't do it justice. And then her shimmery shades are just out of this world stunning. Like you can even see just like this shade Cannon. You're looking at it in the pan. You're like, yeah, that looks nice, you know, looks fine. But then look at it on the eye, there's so much sparkle, so much shine. It's just this pretty metallic on the eye. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about this palette. You would have to decide if it's worth it to you to spend this much money on an eyeshadow palette. I'm happy I purchased it. I did use a gift card to purchase it, so that brought the price down from like my out-of-pocket expense quite a bit because it was a pretty large gift card. So I like to save my gift cards for those to purchase the Natasha Denona palettes, so that I'm not paying full price for them. But if you with your money you feel like that would be worth it to you and you'd get a lot of use out of it, I say go for it. There wasn't anything that I thought, like I said, there was a couple of shades that I don't feel like performed the best to the other ones, but I was able to get them all to work. There wasn't any true like dud shades. I think everything, you know, I think if you did spend the money on the palette, I think you'd be happy with it. And yeah, now we're gonna go back to past Katie and look number 3 for the outro. All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. Which of the 3 looks was your favorite? I actually haven't filmed the other 2 looks yet, so I can't say, because I did this one first, actually. Did a little bit out of order, but I am curious to see which one you guys like the best in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content similar to this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!